My friends, welcome to another episode of the Nuclear Heatwave Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by Mafia Sports Report. I, as always, am Dr. Love, and my co-host, of course, is the legendary Sauce Bronson.
Why you lie to these people?
And then back again, because, he wants a little bit more of this wrestling talk with some good old boys. We got the ugly Dudley Avery.
Yo.
What up? What's the deal?
So we might have another guest on. We're trying to get him through, but I'll be working on that in the background. But in the meantime, let's say we just, we got a couple of good wrestling boys from Michigan talk about some wrestling this weekend. So
exactly. So we get them on here. We'll do it live, and we'll bring them in on the conversation. It's all good. So, so as we talked about the last couple of weeks, November was a very busy week for wrestling. And for WWE, for the most part, their main shows are done until Royal Rumble. Except NXT did have their show. Except NXT has their show this Saturday, Deadline. And it's basically a new show, but it's kind of taken the place of the War Games show that they've had the past 3 years, since obviously Survivor Series used it. So now we have that show along with Ring of Honor, AEW Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor nonetheless has their show Final Battle as well. Their show is at 4, and NXT Deadline is at 7. So that's a night full of wrestling. That's all I got to say. We'll be there for it. But we're just going to go over a little bit with you guys, and then, always having a good time with it. But I figured we would start off with the Ring of Honor show, since mainly also starts earlier, but I'm more intrigued about it at this point. And we'll just kind of go off right off the bat with it. And my boy, Joey, 2 belts, Samoa Joe, defending the Ring of Honor television champion, as also being TNT champion from AEW. And he's facing Juice Robinson. So I'm not going to lie, came off a little weird when I saw that, when it kind of came up. And I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. And I don't know. So, Avery, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm just I'm happy to see Juice Robinson, man, getting more recognition outside of New Japan. Really, I've always been a fan of the guy. We started in Michigan, working at the House of Truth. A lot of people know that. And then just branching around. You know what I'm saying? Finally got big. I believe he's still doing that thing with the Bullet Club, right? I'm pretty sure he's still hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, I believe he's still doing something like that.
Because the last time he was on AEW, they brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
They did. That's right. You are correct. But no, I'm just happy to see Juice Robinson. I'm a big fan. But at the end of the day, I already know Joey 2 Belts is walking away double champ again. So it's
it's going to be interesting what they do, if they're going to actually have a substantial match there, or is Joe just going to kind of run roughshod all over them? So
there'll be some good spots. You already know something good's going to happen.
Yeah. Yep. All I care about is seeing Juice Robinson go to the top rope and try something on Joe and him just walk away.
The nope. Yeah.
The nope walk away. So iconic for Samoa Joe, And it looks like we do have our first comments here from Papa Mafia.
Samoa Joe.
Boo.
Hey,
Well,
listen here. From the Bills Mafia Club, listen, we will not tolerate any slandering of Papa Joe on here.
That's right.
Yeah, and look, guess what? The fans will always chant it. Joe's gonna kill you. So there you go. But
it's lasted a long time. That chant's been going on since first TNA run of his, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that.
Years,
now that was a great run he had in TNA. There was a lot of great matches, and.
Definitely.
I mean, even when he was there, he had some great matches, and then when Angle came there, I mean, then they just lit it up. They just
they meshed well.
They did, and that's what was so frustrating about Samoa Joe on WWE's main roster, right? Like he did great in NXT because of how it was booked, with Triple H working, doing that, and having some good booked matches there. But the main roster, it was like they didn't know what to do with him, right? They were just kind of like they had no idea what to do with him, and it was just frustrating to see. Yep. And still, what always kills me to this day is he got one main event on the main roster, and it had to be at the goddamn Great Balls of Fire.
I tell you, your favorite pay-per-view name ever? Yeah, that one.
Oh my gosh, it was. Oh gosh, oh man, I just never forget that one too. I know we're getting off topic, but it has to be said. When they first showed that name of that show, nobody believed it was real. Because even the logo had the two balls and it had fire going, so it literally looked like a dick.
It was shaped like something else.
Yeah, and I'm like, so goddamn, that's funny. That's right. Well, no, Vince, it's not really funny. Nope. Got one of my favorite songs. Goddamn, we're doing it.
Oh, that logo was funny until the shareholder said something. It was like, sir, yeah, you need to change that.
Yeah, first and last, Great Balls of Fire. But again, main event, Samoa Joe for the world title. So, but yeah, I fully expect Joe to retain the title there. Now, depending on how much, I guess this really is going to wonder how much, if anything, with AEW involvement will happen on this show. Is it going? Because I could almost see something like with Wardlow or someone coming in to try to say he comes in and causes him to lose the Ring of Honor television title to Juice Robinson. See what I'm saying? He could interfere in that because he wants that TNT title back. Yeah. But since he can't get that, he can make him lose the Ring of Honor TV title.
I like that.
I could almost see that happening in some form or another. So. Actually, I think I'm going to actually change it. I think I'm going to say that Juice will win, but it's going to be from that, again, heavy interference or what sneaky tactics or whatever from somebody. Collusion. That's my prediction for that. But it should be fun.
Yeah, my prediction, Joe all the way. Joe's going to beat the brakes off of him back to Japan. And,
nice. Yeah. Send him home.
Yeah, once again, who thought this was a great idea to do this at 4:00?
Yeah, because I already know what happened. They sat there and said, "Okay, we got this. Let's do this on this day." And then people are like, "Well, TK, man, NXT is the same day. We don't want to go up against them." I was like, "Well, we'll do it at 4, same day at 4:00." So then they can watch both shows. And
you would have had a whole another Saturday night to yourself. You could have booked a few more matches.
Yep.
I mean, you could have, let's say, because this is basically AEW pay-per-view. It's just missing about 9 more matches.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's exactly what it is, and that's why I was mentioning about how, if any, AEW involvement, and I do think there's going to be some. Like I predict, like I said, with somebody, Wardlow or Hobbs or something. Yeah, somebody might come in to do interference or whatever, but.
Sure.
Yeah. This is, in a sense, this is what WWE apparently wanted to try to do with WCW after the invasion, make it a separate type entity. But then I believe most likely that Vince McMahon just said, no. We just want to make fun of them. Let's just trash them.
What
Buff
bag
Bagwell.
was it? What Bagwell, Booker T?
Main event on Raw, one of the worst matches of all time. One of the worst because it was just no one wanted to see Buff Bagwell against Booker T. Booker T is great, but no one wanted to see Buff Bagwell. What's up?
You mean Buff wasn't the stuff that night?
No, he wasn't. So, and that just killed it right there. But I mean, if they're trying with this with the Ring of Honor, kind of like this new brand of it. But I need more Ring of Honor people. Like, where's Dalton Castle? You've already had Dalton Castle on AEW.
It's not enough.
Yeah, I want Dalton Castle on there. I want guys that have been in Ring of Honor. I want the Butcher and the Blade on here. Why are they not on the show?
Exactly.
And that's now we're going to move into our next match that's got me a little confused, but hopefully you guys can kind of like piece it together. Mm-hmm. We got Swerve in Our Glory versus Shane Taylor and JD Griffey. Yeah. Now, I'm a little confused because I thought these guys were broke up. I thought they're not together anymore. Like, that was kind of the whole point of the story, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least we thought, right?
That's my hands. I don't know what to do. But they easily could have made this tag team match like a fatal 4-way tag team match, Texas Tornado match. Sure. And again, put the Butcher and the Blade in there. Put like Dalton Castle and somebody. I don't know. Just
throw the boys in there.
Put the boys in there. Like, it'd be a fun match, especially bringing back people that were in Ring of Honor. Like, I don't know. I just think that would have worked better. But as of right now, that's on the card, so I don't know. But that's a little confusing to me. And I don't really know much about Shane Taylor and JD Griffey, so I can't really give too much of an opinion on it. But
Shane Taylor, I guess Shane Taylor's got history because he showed up was on AEW a week or so ago. He's got history with Keith Lee.
He was
back in ROH, talking about how he left his family in ROH, and so that's basically what this is going for.
So literally, they set this up last week. Like, I don't like you because you did all this stuff here, and let's have a match. Okay, well,
that's basically the gist of it.
It's good enough.
But
I guess
it's still stupid that they, did a Swerve in Our Glory. They could have just did it as Keith Lee versus 1-on-1. And
yep, it could have been a good 1-on-1 match there.
Hey, maybe this is where Keith Lee just goes over straight to Ring of Honor now. Finally gets some more recognition of his own or something. Give him a world title push maybe. Something different.
Well, I mean, that they need to do something different, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And I assume the Swerve in Our Glory wins, but if it really is a tag match and if they actually do break up, maybe they don't. Maybe something, I don't know. It's it's a little confusing.
I'm kind of going with the not the Swerve in Our Glory team, just because I feel like there's still heat between those two guys.
Hey.
Something's gonna happen again.
And we have an announcement here in the house.
Can't hear you though.
I can hear you.
We can hear you. So as this is getting set up, we'll continue talking until he hears us.
I'll take care of him.
Sauce, you're a good man. You got this. So.
I'm trying to be.
But I still think there's some collusion going on between Swerve and Our Glory. So I don't think they're gonna win. Maybe Swerve will walk off on Keith Lee this time.
Oh, good point.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then,
a continuation of an already built storyline. I'm all about it.
Why not? Keep it up. Keep more to it. It's getting fans interested. I mean, obviously we're interested.
Yeah. I'm all about that.
Keep it running for a little bit. See what happens. Yeah, of course.
But so I'm definitely thinking though that it will. Now that I think about it, like I think what you're saying is a good idea about Swerve walking out on him and stuff. So it's crapshoot to me.
You do it to me, I'll do it to you.
Yep, I like it. I like it.
But can you have those two facing each other? Swerve and Keith Lee. Would you have those two going at it 1-on-1?
I don't know. They also could do the whole guys that don't like each other being a team. Good team. Yeah. Like that's been a kind of staple in wrestling. So for a while.
It's been a good. Well, it's actually one of those tropes that actually works pretty well at times too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's the idea. Could work.
Right.
Who knows?
Right.
I mean, last time we saw that was the bar.
The bar. Yep. Absolutely.
Right. And it worked great. I love the bar too. I
mean,
I did like the bar.
They stayed a team for about what 2-3 years.
Yeah, they were at Mania when the Hardys returned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, bud?
I can hear you.
Hey,
You can hear us?
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey!
Let's say, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Travis on here with us tonight. He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestling lad with all his memorabilia in the background.
Yeah,
To show how great. I say actually,
Cool.
also to
Cool
let
to
you guys
mine.
know too. He actually also independently wrestles as well. So
Yep.
you know, we always welcome independent wrestlers on the podcast, on the stream. So you know, the more the merrier.
I haven't done it in a minute, but you know, there are rumors that I might be doing a couple of shows in the near future.
Okay, for sure, for sure.
Definitely
So,
let us know about that for sure.
I love rumors, baby.
So actually, I'll say you actually came in pretty good time. We only went over 2 matches so far because we started off with the Ring of Honor. So we already gave our thoughts on Samoa Joe versus Juice Robinson. Unless you got any quick thoughts on that?
Well, I think Joe's gonna steamroll Juice. That's just me though.
That's what I said.
That's what we're saying.
Don't get me wrong. Juice has talent. The guy has talent.
Oh yeah, we're not knocking Juice, but I mean, you go against the Papa Joe. I mean, I'm just saying. So I mean, come on.
The guy got walking away from a drop kick or anything off the top ropes over.
Like, Dr. Love just said that.
I said that he's gonna nope it. He's gonna nope him for sure. But Travis, I will tell you something. I have an idea. What if during the match you have like Wardlow or something come in to interfere and it causes him to lose the Ring of Honor television title to Juice Robinson? So then it has that belt off of him, so then he can continue AEW feud. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Because I don't know. I mean, it kind of seems like Khan's trying to go where he's turning Ring of Honor into his own farm league.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's either here nor there. But I mean, as a booker, I would do that as a decision because I wouldn't want somebody being a double champion.
Right.
Yeah, and to me, it was good to have him have the belt for a while because he's a great name star for it. But I think doing it that way doesn't hurt him because if it was done like Wardlow trying to get the belt back from him because of how he won the belt at the pay-per-view, the TNT title, I think it could set up just for a continuation of that feud. So.
I still think it's the stupidest name for a title ever. That's just my opinion, though.
The TNT title.
Oh yeah, I think
even though they're not on TNT anymore, but that's cool.
Not TNT anymore, and television title just sounds cooler.
It does, but Tony Khan's like, we want to be like cooler. It's like we're gonna say TNT. It's like, so it's on television, the television channel TNT. Yes, but you don't want to call it the TV championship? No. Okay. Logic. TK.
Just realized that we have our handles on our names right now, and I forgot my name was Reach Around Dudley.
So I say we switch it to R.A. Dudley.
Thank you very much.
Hey Avery, have you seen Dudley Day?
No, I noticed it, but I didn't want to say nothing because I was just rocking with it.
Pineapple Dudley.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Hey, my man's got the bikini bottom sauce in there.
That could be a gimmick. It could be a shtick walking out with the.
Yes, that works. I got the pineapple shirts too, man. I've got the shirts for you. I got a few of them.
Jacket out. You never know.
Hey, we can recreate that bachelor party at the tap room with Hawaiian shirts and pineapples.
I know. Hey, I'm all. Hey, I'm all for it. That'd be good.
That was a good time, except for people being lethargic from eating too much.
I don't. Yeah, right. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. Hey, that food was delicious, man.
Let me tell the world something. This man, that steak. Listen, the steak that he cooked, that steak hit harder than my dad's belt. Okay, I'm telling you right now.
Thank you very much.
Just thinking about that steak right now is making my toes curl. Listen, fellas, we gotta get back to wrestling because we're best about to turn into a steak podcast.
I think JR does that shit already. I mean,
there you go. Oh my gosh.
But when you came in, we were basically talking about this weird tag match they put on here, which was Swerve in Our Glory versus Shane Taylor and JD Griffin. And I know Shane Taylor and Keith Lee's got business back in like ROH, so that's what started this tag match. But once again, you got Swerve and Our Glory, who we thought was supposed to be breaking up, but apparently they're going to hold on for.
They're going to still be a team for a minute there, I guess.
Yeah. This is a weird booking from Papa Khan, so so we're gonna see what happens from there.
You got.
I say, you have any thoughts and opinions on this, Mr. Travis?
I think Lee and Swerve are probably going to stick together for a while because that was one of those like magical pairings that they threw together. I think they're a great tag team. And recently, Swerve, did you see what Swerve said on his, what was it, Instagram or his was it Twitter? When somebody's criticizing him working at a
independent show or something. Yep.
And like, dude, that made him get that much more popular because he was kind of like, you can make fun of me all you want. I'm still here like performing for people.
Yep.
So they're like in place to be huge baby faces, I think.
Well, it's weird because they just did all this work to become a heel. So
yeah, I know. But yeah, man, shit grows organically.
Yeah. Well, wrestling too. As fans, if something happens and it doesn't work, as fans, we're supposed to forget about it. Like how Edge was healed for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, or Kane was an evil dentist. I get it, man.
Yeah. Real quick, fellas, do we have any other thoughts on this tag match before we move on?
Not one.
I think they're gonna go over.
Yeah. I would say, to be honest with you, this is probably even though all these guys are, gonna put their work in, this is the match I probably look forward to the least on this card. And that's not a bad thing, though.
No, not at all.
Oh man, that's crazy. But...
So, Doc, I'll go ahead and get the floor back to you.
Oh yeah, no problem. So we're just gonna move on down the line here, and we're gonna go with the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, or the Women of Honor title, or whatever when they first announced it. So it's Pickles, one of his sauce. We always say it. It's one of his favorite wrestlers when Athena.
Oh yeah, Miss Martinez. Yeah, the better.
I would say that's Athena,
the better Mia, the better Mia Kim Yim. I forgot what they call her these days.
Kim Lee. Gail Kim. Is Gail Kim?
No,
not Gail Kim.
No, I think we literally said 5 different names. Are you Mia Yim?
She was my favorite too. I swear, Gail Kim was the best, bro.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but basically she's the better version of Mia, but Martinez, yeah. Even though normally, Doc usually gives his thoughts first, and everybody goes. Then it's me. I usually let the guests do their thing, but I think with this match, first I said Martinez, but I think they're going. I see Athena getting it only because I think she's probably gonna get. I think I see a push coming. Like she didn't get buried or get lost in the AEW Dark Purgatory. So,
oh god, the internet show you're talking about?
Yeah.
So shout out to Triple H Jr. But yeah, I'm gonna start calling it everything I hate Purgatory.
Yeah.
So shout out to Triple H Jr. on that one, aka Andre. But I would say, basically, I guess she crawled her way out of AEW Dark Purgatory, and I think for some reason I see her get a push because maybe Tony Khan realized that
this chick's got talent. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
got talent.
Yeah, but just because you get just basically you get buried by say Jay Cardile,
It's the same thing though. I mean, like when you look at AEW Dark, I mean the highest paid person on that show is an announcer. It's Paul White.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very well. It still frustrates me to this day when Andrade was on Dark. And there was the second that happened, I'm like, what is going on right now?
It's like one of the top wrestlers in the world, and you put him on YouTube.
You put him on YouTube.
Basically.
It's like, what are we doing? Like you literally couldn't think of a program to put him up against.
Yeah.
Like you could have put him on Rampage fighting the Stick, and we all would have been happy.
Hey, cool. You see that broom? I don't know. I got $3 on the broom.
Yep, let's do it. Hey, don't ask Perry Saturn, because if it was a mop, it'd be a different story. So
well, it's funny because that wasn't that originally like it happened in WCW between like Norman
Pepe.
Smiley.
Well, no, it was Chavo. I thought it was Pepe.
Chavo.
So
Yes,
Chavo
Pepe.
had Pepe, and yeah, it was like the little horse on the. It was a horse on the stick. Yeah, and
And then Perry Saturn beats the hell out of Mike Bell, and they're like, "Guess what? You're in love with a mop now."
Yeah. Well, and then let's put you in a dress.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was the dress. I'm sorry. Rito in a dress.
And then guess what? Raven.
Rito and
Saturn.
Perry Saturn. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord.
I know, right?
But I just can't even think. I can't even say it now. But moving with this match, Mercedes Martinez versus Athena, Sauce's favorite. Loves Athena.
I actually like Athena though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hate Athena. Like she was she killed it in NXT. She got lost in the shuffle in WWE.
She put together.
Then, like I said,
she's built without having an Adam's apple.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, and she can put on some good matches, and
she can.
That's the best part right there. So
I mean, I see Athena going over on that match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I feel.
I can see that.
Like Martinez, but yeah.
What's crazy with Martinez over the past 5 years, 5-6 years, she's been everywhere. She did the besides like the indie stuff she was doing, she went to WWE for the Mae Young tournament and did that. Yeah, she did that twice. Then she went to AEW briefly and then left, and then went to Impact Wrestling. Then went back to WWE and actually had a small let me put it this way: she was there for a little bit in NXT, and then she came on the main roster and was in Retribution for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then I call it pulling a Drew McIntyre, but only Drew McIntyre took it and ran with it. Like he went everywhere, and him and Cody,
Yeah. But what was funny was when I was researching for her, I totally forgot that she was also in Retribution. Her name was Retaliation.
By the way, she's in Retribution.
Yep, I know, right? Who thought these names up? Did
the creator of GoBots figure that out? He's like,
I was just thinking like a Transformer reference in my head.
Yep.
Oh no,
T-bar.
We're going some standard Transformers. We're going GoBots.
It's like all the Decepticons that failed Megatron.
They failed me yet again. Retribution.
But overall, but yeah, I feel. Wait, hold on. Hey, they on NXT right now. That's what's up.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Here about to cut the promo against Pretty Deadly.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Oh yeah. So Travis, there's one thing we do a lot here. We love our puns. So puns happen a lot.
I love puns too. I love puns as well. We need a soundboard.
You know what? I'm working on
it.
I do have a bell. I have a bell here, so that might. So if we ever get one, we'll see. But we'll see on that. So
nice.
But yeah. So I think I'd have to agree with that. Athena would probably go over winning this right now. Yeah, and hopefully it's a good match. And I know everything I've read. Mercedes can wrestle, and so can Athena. Obviously, just as long as the right chemistry. It's always about that. If you don't have good chemistry, it's never going to work. So
absolutely, you got it's a dance. It's a dance. Both people know how to dance. You got to step on my feet.
Yeah.
Like that guy. Wait, my finger. God damn it, my fingers up. Yeah, this guy. Oh, God damn it. The guy over here. This guy right here, up here.
Oh,
that's me.
Up there.
Point at me.
That guy right there.
This guy. Oh, no.
Talk about me.
Frankie the face.
Yeah. Hey, Avery, we weren't talking about you this time, so how about that?
So Mr. Avery, what's your thoughts on any thoughts on Athena versus Martinez?
The women's title?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Athena finally, she's overdue, man. Something's gonna happen with her.
Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez, I'm a big fan of her. I just like her really beating other girls up, honestly. But Athena, give her the strap, let her do something good at Ring of Honor. She hasn't done that on AEW, but on the dark matches, like we were just talking about. So I mean, It's a great talent, you know, obviously, but send her ass to Ring of Honor, man. Let her do the thing over there. Let her win a title. Basically, that's another reason why she wanted to come over. She wants some type of goal to get more recognition. But I'm going to Athena on this one, boys.
Okay.
We need
I think we all are.
I think that's a clean sweep. I think all four of us are all going for
That's what I like to
Athena.
hear.
Yep,
That's what I like to hear.
My hands ain't asked you today. They come up today.
Hey! Talking this. He was doing this.
See,
last
Mom,
time.
I do believe in love shit, okay?
I was just like, oh, two down.
No,
Man.
I
Oh,
see what y'all did there.
yes.
Oh man, but so that should be a good match, and hopefully we can, if they end up doing a show in 23, like an actual Ring of Honor show, think about this right now. If they end up doing a separate show of Ring of Honor, and they really stick to that, and then I'm excited because then you can actually see more people being utilized, not on YouTube, it would but what also is good is that NXT UK is now going to be rebranded as NXT Europe and starting in 23
more sense as well, because it more places besides England.
I know, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. So and I'm very excited about that. I mean, so if it's anything like the old NXT UK show with a lot of that great talent, then I'm all about it. So we'll have to wait and see.
The only thing I really the only thing I want to see happen with NXT Europe is that they bring back the European Championship and it's treated as like the premier mid card belt.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the biggest thing I care about.
They
obviously the talent, as well,
belts.
but
they already got two mid card belts. Are you talking about NXT or are you talking about the main roster?
No.
The UK brand.
When it gets rebranded to NXT Europe. Obviously, you have your main championship, but then I would like to see bring back the European Championship, but as like the mid card belt, basically the workman's belt over there.
Right. Yeah, because NXT UK only had the women's and men's world title and then the tag titles. They didn't have any secondary title there. They only had those titles.
Yeah, the North American title was primarily
just the regular NXT.
America.
Yeah, it's the workman's belt in NXT.
So, but I agree. I would love to see the European title.
Titles. They're my favorite. So, I'm sorry. You always get the best stuff out of the secondary titles, like all the way back. All the way back.
Yep. Oh, yes. And then, I mean, there's always kind of lulls in it, too, especially back in the day with the Intercontinental title. Like, there was some good stuff there, and then it just went to some atrocious champions at one point.
Anytime a good worker wins it 7 or 8 times, there's a lull for that title, because like Jericho won it like 9 times, and so did Jeff Jarrett.
Yep, Jarrett.
Miz is on his way.
Miz, absolutely.
Yeah, Miz I think he might have tied him. Maybe he's got like 8 of them, something like that.
Yeah. So,
hey Nick, your other favorite wrestler won it. It rides with Cryback, Slyback.
Oh my gosh, we don't bring up Ryan Reeves' name on this show. We talked about this last week.
Bring on the show.
He ain't doing nothing else. I'll tell you that.
I want $10,000 in my bank account before I even turn on my computer.
You guys all do know about the whole thing he did a while ago when he had like the poll on his social media about where he should go wrestle. So he put a poll on there and it had, should I come back to wrestling and where should I go? And it had the options. And then one of the options was retire. And retire was like 85% of the people would vote for it. Why would you put that as an option? And he got mad. And he reposted it, and everyone just voted for it again because he kept it on there. Like
he did this 3 times, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this too. So he apparently actually legally changed his name to Ryan Ryback. So
I thought his real name was Skip Sheffield.
Yeah,
Skip Sheffield, Ryan Reeves, baby.
Oh my gosh! Oh Lord, he really thinks he's the feed me. So yes,
this is real.
So Sauce, now you brought him up again. We've talked about this.
I know
bad
I know
Sauce.
Guys that work dark matches against him, and they said he is He is the heaviest handed son of a bitch you ever met in your
He's
entire
burly,
life.
dude. He's big and burly, man.
He's a burly guy. He's like
He is,
the
dude.
couch that's not broken in.
Heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I just remember they did that match. It was Elimination Chamber. It was for the Intercontinental title, and Daniel Bryan was doing his whole like it was like a thing for it, and he's like, and Ryback won. And everyone's like quiet, like what? why did Ryback win this?
Yeah.
He won it, and then he like lost it pretty quickly after that. Like
He
it was
did.
gone. It was
I know.
like they knew they made a mistake. They knew, but. But yeah, it was pretty. It was oh my god, why Sauce? Why we don't bring up Ryback on the show? We get way
call
off
him
topic.
Ryback. How
My bad.
why did you get that far?
Why
We
back?
got so far off topic.
Why back?
Why back?
Oh my gosh! But so oh Lord. Oh my gosh! But all right, so I mean, so moving forward a little bit now because with the show,
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
oh
Sorry.
no, we like it. That's one of our big.
Oh, we
things
do it all
like
the
to do.
time.
We do it all the time, so it's absolutely fine. But so the next match is actually for a title I always thought was underrated. It was in old Ring of Honor, but it's the brought back the Pure Championship belt
I
from
like
Ring
that.
of Honor.
Yeah. You don't
Yep,
see
one of my favorite things that they did, and they put by bringing it into wrestling and like actually sticking to the official rules for Pure Wrestling. So it's a rematch with Daniel Garcia and Euler Wheeler. So Utah Wheeler. I know. I always do it. I always say Wheeler. You guys, you guys get it. We're saying. But yeah, Wheeler, Utah. So
this is a toss-up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good rematch for the one they had on Dynamite. They had that like a few months ago. They had a great match on there for it, but it was on TV, so they can only have so much time on there. And but yeah, it was I think it's gonna be good, along with the official like Pure Wrestling rules, which I don't know if you guys are familiar. Travis, you're familiar with the rules in it.
Kind of like the Duchess of Canterbury rules.
Yeah. So there's like no closed fist hits. If you do hit them, you only get like 3. I believe like 3, and then if you hit them again, you get disqualified. I believe there's a 20 count for countouts.
Which
there's and there's refs. There's 3 judges. I mean, there's 3 judges that judge it. By the way, Jerry Lynn was one of the judges in the last match.
Oh, Jerry Lynn.
Nice.
That's one of my all-time favorites guys ever, Jerry Lynn.
Wait, so you mean not Mr. JL in WCW, but Jerry Lynn
not
in
Mr.
WCW?
I'm talking about Jerry Lynn. Hey, I saved kids from drowning in a pool one time.
Yep.
Awesome.
There you go.
Such a good guy.
Yeah.
Hey, great guy.
Yeah.
Super guy.
But yeah, I think this is gonna be a good match because I think people kind of sleep on Daniel Garcia. I think they have been.
Daniel Garcia's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
looks like we do have a chat here from Chad Smith. Chad, and he says gonna be match of the day, boys. I like how he's like match of the day because it is at 4:00. Because well, I appreciate that, but it could be. I think it absolutely will be because again, now that they have a show and they have some more time to work on there and do their match, I think you're going to see some nice spots there. You're going to see them kind of stretch out their legs actually in the match, and
if they
I'm all about it.
Time.
I'm excited about that 20 count, man. Usually that's a New Japan thing.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't understand that when they call it Pure Wrestling and they say it's a 20 count outside the ring. It should be less time because brawling is considered less of pure wrestling. So to me, that's confusing. So I don't know. I'm going with that one.
No, I think the only thing. Wait, we Mikey Whipwreck here. What's going on?
Yeah,
Mikey Whipwreck.
Or like my hands the whole stream.
The whole time.
I'm a loser, and everybody.
I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. My head just pop up everywhere. It's more. Was it more Undertaker or Ricky Bobby? It's like, but no, I think that the Pure thing just really comes from like we were saying, from Japan. In Japan wrestling, it's always 20 counts. That's
Yep.
why in wrestling games, even old games, you had the option to have a 20 counts.
Yeah.
It comes back from like Japanese wrestling for that. And
I remember what WWF Royal Rumble for Sega.
oh my
There's a
gosh.
20 count on that.
Before my time, boys.
Oh my gosh.
I started with Here Comes the Pain, baby.
Hey,
So-
I five the hell out of all you guys, dude.
listen, the greatest wrestling game ever made. At me all you want.
It
No
was
Mercy?
awesome, bro.
No
No
Mercy.
Mercy.
Nintendo
Here
64
Comes
was
the
the
Pain
greatest
was
wrestling.
mine. That was one
So,
of my favorites.
hey, actually, on a little side note, this is a pretty funny one. Me and Sauce actually played a little bit of N64 the other day, and we were playing No Mercy. And
Greatest
we
game ever.
we decided to play a Royal Rumble, and let me tell you, just trying to remember all the moves and try to like throwing you out the ring. It was hard to remember that stuff. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
We were like, let's get through this Royal Rumble real quick, and I mean, we didn't even eliminate anybody for a while, and we're like, okay, we're done. This is taking too
How do
long.
I Irish whip, man?
The most dreaded move in all pro wrestling.
Oh my gosh!
The
No,
Irish whip.
you're talking about the schoolboy. That's the most
Yeah.
dreaded move in all
Hey,
wrestling.
listen.
Watch out.
Okay, another thing we're not going to slander on here is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, the Schoolboy Rolo. Okay, we're not going to slander the greatest wrestling move ever made outside of Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
It goes Schoolboy Roll Up and then Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah. Petey's a friend, and when he made that popular, I can guarantee you got pissed off that everybody started using it.
Petey Williams just got speared by Bobby Lashley on Raw, dude.
He was
I
just
know.
on Raw yesterday. It was
Bro.
crazy. Yeah, he was a producer for them.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on right now? Oh my gosh. And but hey, it's so cool though,
Yeah.
kind of like the segue with that. But as for the match though, I think Daniel Garcia comes out with the win. I think he wins and keeps the belt. So
It's a toss up, I think, for me. I don't know. I really don't know on this one.
Really.
I got Garcia. I feel
Yeah.
like Garcia, Tony Khan sees a lot of future in Garcia.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yuta, as great as he is, I just feel like Garcia is the better of the two to push as far as with that belt.
Yeah, I agree with both you guys right there for sure. I think Daniel Garcia is going to come away with it. It's going to be a hell of a match. Those two are going to have a nice
Either way,
rivalry.
it's to be very entertaining.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
probably gonna be
yeah,
show
yeah,
stealer.
exactly.
It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
gonna be
But
show stealer.
give it to Garcia. The Jericho Appreciation Society. They're just too damn good right now. I think, man, you got to keep that belt on him right now. He's a sports entertainer. Okay,
Isn't Jericho still
sports
heavyweight
entertainers.
yes, and and we are going to segue right into that. So the main event for Final Battle is Jericho versus Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor Championship, and with the stipulation that if Claudio loses, he has to join the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Well, when that stipulation happens, and with certain people that might be leaving to go back to WWE that has something going, I see Jericho going over.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you on that because I mean it really just fits for now. You can have them in the group. Here's the thing though: you're going to have them in the group being the odd man out in a group that doesn't sound familiar at all. Like the Bloodline with Sami Zayn, odd man. Obviously, it's different because he's super over, but like when he first was in it, oh yeah. But it's like, so you're gonna do like the weird thing with this, and then you have like Jack Hager, Swagger doing this.
Don't forget those two were a team together.
Yeah,
Hager and Claudio were a team in WWE with Zeb Coulter. Thank you. Don't forget.
The people.
Yeah.
Oh no, and that was cool. Don't get me wrong.
I love it.
But what's up with the Jack Hager with the purple hat gimmick he's doing now for no reason?
Listen, I need a hat. I love
you
that
need a hat
okay?
now.
I love this hat. Okay.
You know what? When I was in high school, I had bucket hats. Like I made them cool,
Right.
and I wasn't cool. I'm just saying I had.
And
there
Yinko
we
jeans.
go. Okay.
So I love this hat.
Yinko jeans.
Jankos, you. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, let's go.
No Jankos for me. No.
Good
But
man.
Wheelie shoes. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I think that was a little
Maybe.
after me, and I did see one time. This is absolutely true story. I was at my first year of college, and some kid was in the cafeteria, and he was on those little Heelys or whatever, and he was like zipping around, and someone just clotheslined him down. just went bam and knocked him over.
Very gratifying to see somebody do a pro wrestling move in a fight.
Yeah,
I saw a fight before, like school one time, and I saw this guy straight up German suplex a guy onto the ground, like release. And I'm like, oh, he's dead.
Holy cow. See how low he got, baby?
Oh, my gosh.
He went high with it, man.
High. Oh, my gosh. That'd be, see it. And I was just like shocked when I saw it. Like, I was like, what's going on? What just happened? Oh, man. But you know what? It was, you know what? He probably had it coming. I don't know. But
he should have been riding around like that.
He shouldn't have been. No. Oh man, but yeah, it was pretty funny. I will say that. But moving on with this match with Jericho versus Claudio, it yep. Hold on, I know. And our guest is a little shy. Our other guest down here. Here you go. Here you go. Aww. He likes to play with his toy, but then he likes to not give it to me. So I'm gonna have to. So it's like, let's go. But yeah. So obviously, you know, it makes sense for Jericho to probably win, go over, and let Claudio join them for a bit because, like, now without Regal, is the Blackpool Combat Club just gonna like be gone, or what's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, like Daniel Bryan and Moxley and Yuta, I assume, still in it.
Yeah, I believe Yuta is in it. So it's like,
yeah, but he's been like talking. They've been like bickering back and forth the past few weeks on AEW. You know, so I think. Yeah, I think those guys are going to be done here shortly. They never got over on me, man. I mean, I like to say as them singles wrestlers, but all together, I thought it was going to be some big powerhouse. But
yeah, I mean, I half expected them to run roughshod when they formed because I'm like, damn, man, they got all these really like high name guys in this same group. I'm like, hopefully they're not pulling the same shit they did with, like, I don't know, the Millionaires Club or like,
oh my gosh,
things like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
I know that I try not to avoid late WCW references. I get.
Oh no, I usually will reference them a lot, so that's absolutely fine. But
listen, this podcast is fair game on everything.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Millionaires Club. Now I'm just, oh my gosh.
New blood.
Hey, new blood. We're Orla TNA with the Main Event Mafia. So,
yeah. Hey, Main Event Mafia is the truth, though.
Yeah, Sauce does like Main Event Mafia a lot, you know.
Oh, really?
On paper, I mean, yeah, you do have a lot of heavy hitters.
Is this what they did? Is this something like this? Is that what they did?
Yeah. I believe so. Yep. Yep.
Then they had to kick Sting out of the group. Then everything went downhill.
Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No.
Oh man. But so with this match though, do you guys think there will be any type of interference or anything with this match?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we're gonna see something from both factions. Something.
There are gonna be some dusty finishes here, probably. Yep. You know, something.
Hope not.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I actually would love to see one match in AEW or Ring of Honor that does end normally and not have a screw finish or somebody run in. I'm sorry. Yeah. It gets a little old when every time it happens.
Oh, you mean like late WCW?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Exactly like late WCW.
Yep. TNA Impact.
I remember. I forgot one of the pay-per-views I watched. It might have been like, I want to say it might have been like Halloween Havoc 98 or 99. I want to say 98 with NWO. It was like every match. It was like interference every single match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Overbooked matches, you know, and like every company has those problems. So I agree. I'd like to see some actual clean matches. So we're gonna hope to see that, and I'm hoping that, and I hope. Well, I'm not hoping for this match. This match is not going to be clean. It's not. There's
absolutely
no way.
Not. It's Jericho, and he has a heel stable around him. He's playing that character, and it's just that's how I see it, man. I'd be very surprised if they had a clean finish with this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, my prediction. I'm actually predicting Claudio to go over.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
All right.
I hope so. He deserves it.
Claudio go over and stay in ROH and don't come back to WWE.
You know, now that Right. Now that you say it, I think Claudio actually might win it too. Actually, just because Yuta's been just like I just said, Yuta's been back and forth with the Blackpool Comic Club, just arguing with him and stuff like that. That's why I think Garcia will win. Finally, piss off Yuta. Maybe Yuta goes and joins the Jericho Appreciation Society. Help, or maybe he could do that and then help Jericho win. You know, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice thing too. But
That would be.
actually, you know what? I'm going with Jericho. I'm going
Okay.
Jericho to hold
Yeah,
that
like that
title,
was.
so. I'm thinking, that makes more sense to me now. Actually, that I think about it, I can see Garcia winning, both members keeping their titles,
Well,
Oh,
especially
man.
if
and then
Khan
Claudio going over to them.
yeah, especially if Khan wants to make Ring of Honor like its own brand touring. But honestly, I think Ring of Honor should just be something like, hey, we're gonna run out of the old ECW bingo hall, and the only other place we travel to is the old ballroom that WWF used to go to all the time.
Yeah,
Two
Yeah,
of
it's
these two
tough
big
one,
men.
man. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd say so. I'd say. I mean, that's smart. To stay in one place. I mean, apparently now, I don't know if you read the newest news about AEW, but apparently they're moving back down
Going back
Florida
down, yep.
to do their tapings to save money. You know, and it's like,
Booker T said they only got like 2 years left.
you know,
But
Yeah.
AEW?
yeah. Booker T said that in an interview, but you know, it's look. I mean, I don't know. There's some of their sales for their ticket sales have been like atrocious on these very small arenas. You know, and you know they're not that expensive. Well, not really. Depending on the show, some of them can be a little expensive. But oh, it looks like we got someone else chatting here. We've got Elena Hood. Yep. Yeah, I'm going with him too.
Yeah, she's agreeing. Elenia's agreeing with me as far as with Claudio.
Claudio. Okay.
You think Claudio's going over?
Oh yeah.
Sauce is
could be
going with
wrong.
Claudio.
I mean,
Hey, you know what? No,
I'd
be
let me
pleased
know
as
if I'm wrong.
I'd be
Oh,
pleased
see,
as
yeah,
well.
hey, listen, she Claudio, she down with saying Claudio. Let's go.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, there you go.
Personally, I think Claudio should have been a multi-time world heavyweight champion at this point.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you on that. You know,
Wishful thinking, buddy.
Yeah.
I said
Well, I
that
mean,
right
think
when I
about-
first seen this guy. I was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna have 7 titles in 4 years."
Well, think about this
Oh,
too.
shit.
Heyman was a mouthpiece for him, and pretty much anybody that he is a mouthpiece for works with, it goes on to greater things. You
Yep.
know, so you know they saw the potential for him, and it's really sad because you know he easily could have been like the big gold world heavyweight champion because they still had that around when he was there, and then he could be WWE champion. You know, he could absolutely be AEW champion.
I'd like him as the world heavyweight champion. That would look
I
nice
think.
on him, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, you know he
Yeah,
would have
we'll
Oh,
think
the
about
big gold around that waist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. right here, or big gold. Hello.
Hey, that looks familiar.
Looks familiar,
I
but
got a couple pictures with that thing.
it would look it would he would have gave like good credibility, you know, being champion and a fighting champion type stuff. Yeah, I would. I don't know. I'm hoping that you know TK can look at it and say, look, maybe put him in the world title shot. Possibly he deserves it. You know, he's done so much work to deserve it, and we'll just have to wait and see on that. But right now we're in the reign of terror of MJF. But I do like MJF. I just think it's funny, you know. Yeah, and
you guys think that they should have gave him the title already? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's been there for a while and he's done top-notch work as a heel.
yeah.
Talking about MJF.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
that's
I think it
perfect
was.
timing.
I thought. Me personally, I thought it was long overdue. Because you know, I just wanted to see an actual AEW guy win this belt. Because for the longest, we had an ex WWE guy, ex New Japan guy.
They all were
another
except Hangman.
Yeah.
Well,
Hangman
Kenny.
was ex New Japan guy, and then another WWE guy.
Yeah.
And then now, you know, it's to the point I want to see AEW guys hold that strap.
I think that's what Kyle wants to go towards also. I mean,
I'd say so too, because you know, you gotta remember after Phil, Mr. Brooks had to and all that shenanigans that brawl out, you know, screwed up all the booking for pretty much, you know. So at that point, you know, CM Punk was supposed to be champion and would have went on to other promos and stuff.
He would have put over MJF. I think that's what the goal was, that they were going to have CM Punk put MJF over. He already has one win on him.
Yep.
So it wouldn't be surprising. Like, is he going to beat him? Is he not going to beat him? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, this is smart booking on their part with that. They just need to let JR and a couple other guys do the booking, and Tony Khan needs to kind of recuse himself from it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. That's how I kind of look at it. But that's mainly AEW. But as for Ring of Honor, this card by itself, now mind you, this is in the past. Final Battle was kind of like their biggest show. Their last show of the year. Yeah, their Starcade. Yeah, exactly. But it's like I'm a little underwhelmed about it because they should have done something with the tag team titles.
Yeah, it's not even on the show, are they?
No.
No
tag team.
Instead, they're doing a tag match about a few from like 6-7 years ago.
Yep. But here's what's even crazier. So the Ring of Honor tag team champions are FTR, and they face the Acclaimed tomorrow on Dynamite. So tell me exactly why you don't have that match at Final Battle for the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Ah, man, that's their two best tag teams they have.
I know. Tell me, but if you want people to watch that and pay money for Final Battle as a pay-per-view, because that's what it is, a pay-per-view buy, I would put that on there. But you really push the fact it's for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. I don't know. That's just I don't know.
Sense.
I mean, I know that match tomorrow's gonna be good, and even if they didn't face the Acclaimed at Final Battle, they could have faced somebody else for them, But
now, aren't they both face teams though?
Yeah, I mean the Acclaimed absolutely is, but FTR is FTR. The fans love them, especially the more like wrestling fans love them. Yeah. But Acclaimed is definitely way over on them compared to that.
Absolutely.
So, but looks like we got Mr. Chad said that's going to set up the match for the pay-per-view. That's what he's saying.
Point. Good point, Chad.
Good point.
Yeah, because again, there is an idea that there might be another match announced tomorrow on Dynamite. So perhaps. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But we will definitely let you know. And we'll be watching this over at Sauce's place.
I'm bringing the spinach dip, baby.
Hey.
You guys want me to cook anything for it?
Just bring your handsome face, baby.
No, well, hold on. Wait a minute, Avery. Wait a minute.
Listen, let me tell you something, Travis. You can go. Listen, you can go pull out the grass in front of my apartment and put that on the skin.
Yeah, buddy. Okay?
Is that Southgate Basil? Is that what you're going to call that?
Southgate Basil, baby.
Southgate Basil, baby. Southgate Basil.
Let's go.
Like I'm sorry if I'm Gordon Ramsay, Basil, Southgate Basil. So, but no, I mean, honestly, Travis, like whatever's easy for you. If you want to bring them, that's cool. I'm bringing some beer and stuff and whatnot, and
bring a couple dirty burgers and glizzies or something.
Okay. But yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that after the show. But
cool.
But yeah, I just if that's true though, the idea about the doing the setting up another tag match for it, that would make that more solidify for that pay-per-view.
Right.
So I hope that happens. I really do. So
what they need to do, because obviously with McMahon gone and WWE rebounding big time with ideas, because Trips is in charge. They need to start jumping on these old Dusty Rhodes ideas that he had, like bunkhouse brawls and stuff like that, and putting tag in there. And purists like FTRs is going to be like, yeah, bunkhouse brawl, let's do that. Because they're huge fans of old school wrestling, man.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm all about that. I would love to see that, and the fans would like to see it, and maybe that'll let FTR be in the video game, the AEW video game.
No, they're going to be DLC, and they're going to be like $20 to download.
$20 each. Yeah. You get both.
For each character, for each playable character.
Which one would you choose first if you only had
Dax the Axe, baby? Dax the Axe, son.
Oh my gosh! I wonder if they're going to have other fight match options in there. Like backstage brawls. Where you can kick down doors and
cool.
stuff. And
I'm excited for like the story mode.
I wonder if you could like bite wrestlers in the game too. I don't know if that's going to be an option or
backstage. Yeah.
But apparently CM Punk is still going to be in the game. So
I don't see them getting rid of him.
He's an NPC for me.
He is going to come back.
See, Cornette, actually, it's funny that Travis brings that up. Cornette was talking about the whole situation. Cornette said if Tony Khan was actually a good booker, he would tell these men, he would tell these two men, like, listen, put your ego aside, let's make some money.
Right.
Based off all this. He's
obviously.
But with Papa Khan, he literally has gold in front of him. This will literally push so many tickets. This will move this will sell so well.
You had like the Elite versus CM Punk. That would just that's money. That's
versus
money.
CM
right
Punk
there.
and FTR. Yeah.
You know what? That's my first match when I play that game. The Elite versus CM Punk handicap match. Just whoop the shit out of him.
He's gonna knock one out right away.
Well, it's crazy too because like look what happened on Dynamite like last week or the week before where Omega came out saying that everyone needs to kind of just stop talking about what happened and move on, but yet the Young Bucks do the failed buckshot lariat on purpose. He does the GTS. He pretends he bites the wrestler. It's like, man, I get it, man. I see what you're doing there. All of us.
To be completely honest, I've never worked shows with any of those guys, but I know people that have. So, I mean, I don't want to speak ill of them, but they get in their own way a lot, and them doing that stuff speaks volumes about who caused what happened to happen.
Yeah. I was reading something that their childish ways are really showing. Talk about the Elite.
Yeah.
I just read that on Facebook like noon today.
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys are just you're proving him right. You're proving him right now.
Yep.
Yeah, he hit one of you, but there's like 3 out of you guys barged into his locker room. I mean, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would
naked here.
I know.
Hey, I'm hanging out.
I'm liking here.
I mean, on an airplane. Just woo!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Speaking of, boys, you ready to move over to the NXT?
NXT, baby. Let's go.
Brother, man.
Let's go. So, actually, since you're watching on their sauce now, I do know that there's supposed to be 2 triple threat matches for those final wild card spots. I don't know if you've seen the winners of either one of those yet on here.
No, I'm watching as well. No,
you're also watching. All right, so we'll just start on here and go from there. Not a big deal. But so NXT has their show Deadline, which takes the place of War Games, obviously, and it's the last show of the year, and it's going to be the last show for WWE until Royal Rumble, like that weekend, which is going to be a great weekend, a glorious show. As for fun. But so this match, as of today, only has 3 matches on there. Now, most likely tonight at NXT, they're going to probably announce another match or something. We're not sure at this point, but we're going to go over what we got. And now, Shawn Michaels said, a few weeks ago, and they're introducing a new match type called the Iron Survivor match. Now, when he tried to explain this match, I literally said to myself, oh, so it's like a scramble match from the best GM of all time, Mike Adamle.
Hey.
But literally the rules exactly sounded like a scramble match with extra steps.
I'm laughing because he's laughing.
I mean, I don't know. It's oh gosh, but so it's crazy. When I was doing research for this and everything, I kind of was like, oh, I have everything here, and then I literally forgot to look up the exact rules for the match. So. But from what I remember, it was basically like one person after another, I believe, and then they have a set time limit for it. So
yeah, it's
the rules real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. But
I'll pull the rules real quick. I mean, if you want me to break.
All right, I got it right here. So
okay.
Yep. So oh Lord,
reads like stereo instructions.
Yeah, no, this is where it's this is an overbooked match. I can already tell you right now.
Yeah.
So it says five superstars compete in a unique 25-minute match. So the match is only 25 minutes long. So that's how.
Holy high spot palooza! I guarantee you this.
Yep. Oh, it's they'll battle each other.
Sure Young Bucks will show up.
Oh my God! If this was Impact Wrestling in the generation, me. But okay, Oh Lord. That tells you something right there when that was their name in Impact. You know,
who they pile drivers off the top rope within the first 2 minutes.
Yep, Meltzer's losing his mind. He's like, "Oh my God, these guys are the best. I love them." But they so they battle each other and the clock. 2 superstars will start the match. Every 5 minutes, a new superstar will enter till all 5 are in the ring. So it literally, right off the bat, that sounds like War Games. Right off the bat, that sounds
exactly like War Games.
The goal of the match is to have the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or disqualification.
Oh.
Yep. Now this is where it gets, oh Lord. When a superstar wins a fall, they will earn 1 point. However, when the superstar loses a fall, they must pay a penalty. They are forced out of the ring and into a penalty box for 90 seconds.
What?
Once the 90 seconds are up, the superstar can re-enter the match. The superstar who has scored the most falls when the clock strikes 25 minutes will be named the Iron Survivor and become the #1 contender of the NXT men's or women's champion.
This sounds like American Gladiators to me.
Well, what's funny about this is there's 2 match types that this reminds me of. The King of the Mountain and Impact TNA Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And they also did a penalty box match in late WCW with Lance Storm and Team Canada.
Yeah, I think that was the same show that had Judy Bagwell on a pole.
Yeah, it absolutely was. I watched it. I can't unwatch it, Travis. It's stuck in the Mind Palace. It's stuck there. But so basically we are, like I said, it's kind of a mix between the idea of you have the War Games, how you come in, and then you can the falls, especially disqualification. So someone hits a chair, there's a fall. Now that person that hit them with the chair, though, say for that or whatever, they would have to then go in the box for 90 seconds. And that is exactly how they would do the King of the Mountain match in Impact Wrestling. You know, if you got put in the box because you took a pinfall or something, you had to go in the penalty box for but they had 2 minutes or something, and then you could go up there. You know, like it was crazy because the King of the Mountain match again was a reverse ladder match, right? Yeah. I know we're getting off topic, but I can't not talk about this because it's ridiculous. And so it was a reverse ladder match. There's like 5 people in the match, usually, whatever. You can't even climb the ladder to put the belt on the thing until you get a pinfall or a submission on somebody, right? Yeah. So you do that. That person then loses and goes into the box. Similar to what these rules are talking about. If you lose, you have to go on the penalty box or whatever. So I did. When I read that, I go, they're literally mixing up the War Games, the Survivor Series, the Scramble match, this King of the Mountain match. And I'm not gonna lie. Why is it 25 minutes? They literally couldn't make it 30 minutes, like 5 more minutes. It's a very weird number. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
Well, maybe they did that just for a little wiggle room in case they go over. Maybe they'll do sudden death like Iron Man matches did. I have no idea. But
they could, because right now the card is only 3 matches. So
remember too, the match is only 25 minutes, and there's 5. A new person comes in every 5 minutes, so they start off
in the match.
So that's what we're going for right now. So I had to go over that first because I was like,
I'm glad you cleared it up because I haven't caught that most recent NXT.
So we'll go with the women's match first. So the women's match, it's going to be Zoe Stark versus Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James. Kiana James, yep. And then the wild card winner, which is on tonight's NXT. It was a triple threat match. And in that match, it was Wendy Chu, Fallon Henley, and Indy Hartwell. So one of those 3 women will solidify the 5.
This is happening right now.
They're going right now.
Oh, okay. Yep. Good time. Hey, good timing. So those are the 5 women in the match. So 2 women will start off the match, and then every 5 minutes a new woman comes in. But then the match ends at 25 minutes anyways. So it's going to be one of those things where, from what I read, you can get pinfalls and submissions and falls before everyone's even in the ring. Like there's no way that you could wait till everyone's in the ring to start because you're not going to have much time left to even do the match. So, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting concept to me, I guess. But what's actually more interesting is the fact that the women that are in this match, some of them definitely have, good workers and stuff, but I wouldn't sit here and say any of these are world champion material. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know, but
Mandy Rose, brother.
No, I mean Mandy Rose right now has got a stranglehold over that belt, and she's done well in NXT. I think her group with Toxic Attraction's been a good. Well, let me put it this way: this has been good compared to Damage Control on the main roster, right?
Yeah.
So
makes sense. I agree.
But I don't know. I couldn't even fathom guess on who would win this match.
Jade.
You think Cora Jade?
I'm going Cora Jade, baby.
I can see that. I could see. I could see that for sure. Yeah.
I feel like she's got the most momentum out of all of them.
She does. Yeah, I'd say so because the next person that I would say after that would probably be like Zoe Stark. Probably if I had to give a guess for it, but.
As of right now, I'm going to say Cora Jade as well. But the way this match is going, what was Dexter Loomis's
Indy Hartwell?
Indy Hartwell. I think she's gonna win this match. Just the way it's kind of going right now. So it's either going to be Cora Jade for me or Indy Hartwell as the to be announced.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and like I said, this match is anytime you have a new match type, it will definitely kind of take a little bit to get used to for it, but. It's a cluster. That's exactly what it is. But you're right. You're going to see a lot of high fly moves. You're going to see people doing their signature finisher moves like boom, 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 boom over that. That's and then with disqualifications in the match, you're going to see some spots, like I said, like they get disqualified. Like that reminds me of one of the best matches ever on SmackDown was Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, and the 60-minute Iron Man match they had.
Oh, it was great. It was awesome.
And like the first thing that happened was Lesnar picked up a chair and hit Angle with the chair. Yep. And Angle got a fall. And I'm sitting here going, that never really happened before in the Iron Man matches. Not really. It was always about like the pinfalls or submissions or but he hit him like, oh, I guess that's a smart thing to do, You still have the rest of that. So I could just see something like that happening in the match, whether it's this one or the men's one. But yeah, it's going to be, again, anytime new match type, I'm all for it. But it just reminded me again about how the scramble match happened before, where 5 people in a match, you have a time limit, you could get pinfalls or submissions, and you were like the champion, but it only counted when who was the champion at the end of the time.
Right.
So for that brief time, the Brian Kendrick was WWE champion, technically, because he, what I'm saying. I know, right? So, that's what all that, but how they're scoring it with points and whatever. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see it. But, if I had to say anybody, I'll probably have to say, I like Roxanne Perez. I think she's been doing good, but again, just not world title right now.
You can tell people that can carry it on their back, and just they don't appear like they could. Like
no,
I've seen, like what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? Though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Here we go.
Oh, wait a minute. We might have some news right here. And
I say Indy Hartwell.
Andy Hartwell for the win. So
Dexter Loomis' lady won.
I'm just saying.
That is an immediate update for you.
Immediate update. Here we go,
man.
So Indy Hartwell is added is the final spot in the women's Iron Survivor match. So, and you know what? I'm actually going to go with Indy Hartwell to win. Actually, I think so. I think I'm going to go with her.
It's been long due for her, man. I've always been a fan of her.
Yep. So you heard it here on the news. Breaking news.
Breaking.
Yeah.
Speaking of updates, they just got a 4th match announced too.
4th match. What's the match?
Pretty Deadly versus the New Day for the NXT.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. All right.
So you already know who I'm going with for the win.
That's
of that,
like the one title they haven't won.
Oh my gosh, that's
let them go win the NXT titles.
oh my gosh.
I've had enough of them and the Usos. Well, I don't know about that. I love those two when they
You're like, wait a minute.
but let them go win them. Why not? Charlotte
Yeah.
did it when she won the Rumble, right? She went for the NXT Women's title.
She did well, yeah, and won it.
Yeah.
She beat
Exactly.
Rhea Ripley. Or yeah,
Deadline's
for it, so.
supposed to be this big pay-per-view, this new big NXT thing.
Yeah.
Let the New Day go over there, man. Give them
makes
more viewers.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm absolutely fine with that. That's cool. Like, good idea right there. I'm glad that I knew something was going to be added. At least one match. So,
Hey,
but
I'm all here for it, baby.
Maybe
oh,
Big
man,
E will come back and show his face. That'd be cool.
that would be cool if he because
I think he's
it
still a
would
little
come
bit
out
hurt, though.
would come out with him. Yeah.
Man, how he landed. Ugh.
Gosh, it was rough.
I-
It was
So
rough.
Travis, you wasn't on the podcast last time, but so up down they were doing because I guess it's sponsored by Beyblade,
Yeah.
and they were doing a Beyblade tournament, team tournament, and in the middle of it, the tournament, they just pan the camera over to the other side.
Oh yeah, Shorty Big E.
Yeah, Big E was just crawling on the mat, just sitting there, just with his bottle of water.
He
crawling.
pulls cameos in that all the time, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was
Oh,
basically,
man.
but he had, he was sitting there just basically crawling around with his arms on the mat while the match was
He's a
Beyblade
clown.
going on. But it goes to show that his rehabilitation is going. It must be going according to plan because the fact that he's crawling around on the floor, that takes that takes a lot of neck work to be sitting there looking up while you crawling. Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh,
it looks
my
like
God.
at least we know that. At least everything's going according to plan as far as getting his health back. So
Yep.
Godspeed, because he's
Yeah.
a good worker and he's an even better human being.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
like seeing him at the Iowa Hawkeyes games.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
showed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He was there for that game day they had or whatnot.
Yeah,
that was
he
cool.
did a UFC pay-per-view too, I believe, a few months back.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good to keep busy. When
You're
you're
damn
you're rehabbing and keeping busy and
It's like the story when Triple H tore his quad. Like
Yeah, he ain't going broke.
Yeah, he tore his
He's
quad,
working.
and he didn't go home to rehab it. He actually the city where he tore it in, he had them send a ring to a building out there, and he rehabbed it there because all he wanted to do was focus on his leg getting better.
yep.
He did some Rocky 3 bullshit right there. Like, I'm cutting myself off from everybody. I'm going to this area I don't know to get better.
Hey, it works, man. And
It does.
that's some dedication right there. Because at that point, that's your livelihood. It's not like an actor, for example, that might have an injury like that and that puts them out. But yeah, you're an actor. You can still do some stuff or whatever. But when you're a wrestler, you gotta be getting back better as soon, or an athlete, a wrestler, like you have to.
Absolutely.
So people have that drive. Yep. Sport. All right, Jericho. The ultra. The ultra. The old show.
I like Daddy Magic out of that whole thing, man.
He should start calling himself the Roach Show. The ROHO. That's what we're talking about. There we go.
You heard it here first. Where's the
Hey,
face?
listen, Papa Khan, we know you as a mark. I'm watching this show right now, so don't deny it. Don't deny it, Papa Khan.
The Roach Show, baby.
So hey, that's free gold we give you, Papa Khan. So go ahead.
Hey, I know you're watching. I know you're sitting there just like, oh, they mentioned my name again. They mentioned my name again.
Well,
so cool.
Say God forbid,
So
God forbid Vince Russo's watching it. He claims it's his idea.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
I was watching
what's up?
NXT, bro. It came to my head, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh, I
So,
came with that
Travis,
idea like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So Travis, this is absolutely a true story, and I've brought this up a few times on our show. So a couple pages I follow on social media. One of them is called the not a sponsor, but 434 page about wrestling, and they're okay or whatever. But the only problem I have with them is that they always every other day have some kind of article about wrestling veteran has those bad stuff to say about this person or this angle or this angle. It literally is Vince Russo every single time. Every single time. But they just say wrestling veteran has this to say about this angle. But it's every time I click on it, it's Vince Russo. I'm like, Okay, guys. Now you're just doing clickbait, so I don't. Read. Oh no!
Look
Yeah,
at
see
that
what?
mug.
Oh,
I just went on
Look at that ugly
Facebook
mug.
and literally the first face I see. You want to
Okay.
know what he says real quick before we
yes,
go to
actually,
the bins? So Vince Russo has went on record saying that Rollins isn't anything special. He isn't wrong.
He
and then
is bizarre.
He said, "What exactly does he do that stands out? He's great in ring. He's pretty good promo. He can work both styles. Well, what makes him stand out? He's not huge like Omos. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to read the rest.
No, he didn't actually try to say like
don't
Omos.
don't pay it attention, Pickles.
At that point, yeah, I'm not even going to read the rest.
I'm going to flip my table over. If I didn't have to stay like right now, I would flip us over right now. Oh Lord. Oh my gosh. But what? Oh God. Now I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I don't even know.
The man got lightning in a bottle one time with the Austin angle, and he tried to keep on doing it with everybody.
Yep.
He tried doing it with Hulk Hogan in WCW.
Yep. Oh my God. Well, go with Goldberg too. Remember Goldberg? Oh my. When they made him heel for like a half a second, and there was no one bought it. They were like, no, no.
Goldberg.
I just want to say real quick, Mandy Rose is a babe.
She is a babe.
Oh yeah. I ever since she went to NXT and she went to like the brunette look, and you know, I love me some brunettes, like redhead brunette, stuff like that. But she she put in the work. You know, when she was on the main roster, they didn't know what to do with her. Like the best thing she had was that Otis angle, and that was a fun little angle they had with Otis. You know, I remember at Royal Rumble when she got eliminated, but Otis laid on the ground. Was on the ground. She like laid and stood on his belly, so he couldn't get it. She didn't get eliminated.
Yeah,
and it was just adorable. You know, it was like, oh, okay. But then they were like, guess what? Everything you liked about Otis, we're gonna shave his beard, and then we're gonna like do nothing with him. Thankfully, he's back with Alpha Academy. But yeah, and then they put Mandy Rose with Dana Brooke for that hot second, I think. They were like they were all in pink. See, I know you guys are like, what are you talking about?
I remember. I remember.
Yeah, barely, because they were barely a team. But they did the smart thing though and moved her to NXT, and the Toxic Attraction group has been great for him. So
absolutely,
yeah. But moving on though, it looks like we do have so the men's Iron Survivor Challenge. It's interesting. That's all I gotta say so far. But so the men in that match are Carmelo Hayes, JD McDonough, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, and then of course.
Hold on, fellas.
Wait a minute.
Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn was added on to Deadline as well.
So we have Alba Fire.
Yeah, Isla Dawn.
That's okay. All right.
I don't have so for context, Alba Fire was the one that faced Mandy Rose.
At the last show.
I don't have a horse in that match. I don't have a horse in that match at all.
No, neither do I, but I just figured the internet might want to know.
Nope, I appreciate it.
Because right now they basically going over like the card, I guess.
What's good, like we mentioned earlier, I had a feeling that they were going to probably have a couple matches here. So
right.
But going back to, like I said, with the men's right now, Carmelo Hayes, JD McDonough, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, and then of course whoever wins the triple threat match between Von Wagner, Axiom, and Andre Chase from the Chase.
And it was actually Axiom that won it.
Axiom won. Okay.
Axiom won. Yes.
It's going to win the Iron Survivor.
Who is Axiom? Who's under the mask? Anybody know?
I have no idea.
Off the top of my head, I do not.
You want to know?
No.
It's Ciampa.
It's Ciampa.
That'd be great. Go get Goldie back, baby.
Oh my gosh. You guys absolutely know who this is. He's in the new wrestling game too. It's A-Kid. Yeah, the NXT kid, A-Kid. For like that. Yeah. He was there for a little bit, and then they rebranded him as Axiom.
I think he's gonna win though.
Yeah. That's absolutely who it is. You know, it's so funny. I totally forgot that was him.
He's been getting pushed ever since he showed up. So
yeah,
a good masked wrestler done well gets over.
Wait, you're saying that you're saying that Scripps isn't a good masked wrestler?
I said done well. Did done well.
Doing well, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like
Oh,
when
hey,
the
kid.
Blue
Okay, I
Suit
remember
first
him.
showed up. Everybody
Yep.
thought he was
2.0,
awesome.
I remember him.
Oh, what's up? And we have a guest. We have a guest that finally wants to be on the show. Come on.
There it is.
Ugh.
Hey,
Hey,
go,
guys.
man.
He kept staring at me in here, kind of looking at me. And I'm like, hey, you want to be on there? He's like, no, I just want to look at you. But and throw my toy, please. But yeah, I'm with this match though, you know, Axiom, he has been getting a good push. He had that great match series. He had that going on there for a little bit, and then I see here's the thing. I personally like JD McDonough, the former Jordan Devlin, you know, but when he had his triple threat match though with Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov, I was all for JD McDonough because he's a hard hitting son of a bitch. So, you know, and
yeah.
But you know, he took he didn't even take the loss in that match like Dragunov did, which really surprised me. I thought because Dragunov had some great matches, especially with Walter in NXT UK. So I kind of assumed he was going to win, but I think at this point they're going to keep that belt on Braun Breaker for a.
He's the best thing they got, man. Yeah,
and I know they're still trying to build some new people up. They brought back the former Donovan Dijak, and now he's going by his Dijak name now, as opposed to T-Bar, or oh Lord. But I don't know. I just based off this, we don't even get a North American title match. Do you find that odd, guys?
I think you need to defend your titles on every pay-per-view. That's just me, though.
Every title.
Hey, I am absolutely for that all the time.
I agree. If you don't defend every pay-per-view, at least defend it either on the homegoing show or basically or either the show before or the show after the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's my opinion when it comes to titles, your heavyweight title shit. I mean, I don't know if the heavyweight title, maybe not the heavyweight title every pay-per-view, but definitely your mid-card titles and your television title.
Yeah.
Your television title should be defended on every televised event. That's why it's called the television title.
Correct. Yep. And that makes absolutely sense, and I know with WWE, for example, when they didn't have it, for those times that John Cena, when he became U.S. champion, everyone thought it was a little. Yeah, but everyone thought it was odd at first because it's a guy who was already a multi-time world champion, but he then brought credibility back to the U.S. title by having those great matches with Kevin Owens, with Sami Zayn, with these, got new guys coming in to wrestle. And I felt bad to this day. You guys remember the Sami Zayn when he fought him? He immediately got injured in the match, but he finished the match, and it was pretty good in that match. He even did his one spot that jumped through the ring to do the DDT to him. He even did that with his busted arm and everything too. So,
see, it's like talking about defending the television title on every show. One of the bright spots at WCW was the Benoit Booker T Best of 7.
Yeah, very good, very good.
That gave that belt a lot of credibility because those guys were having wars against each other for that title.
Well, on the show here, we refer to him as Canada Man.
Canada Man? Okay. Canada Man.
Yeah. It's funny about that. WCW did have some great television champions and some great matches. And then Scott Hall just threw it in the trash. But, that's
because he turned into a janitor.
Well, remember, Scott Hall threw it in the trash. But then Jim Duggan, in a different city months later, found it in the trash, even though it was a different city, and became television champ. So I remember because my brother, big wrestling fan, obviously, he liked the whole television title too, and he just lost it. Really, is this what they're doing now? And of course, it's all Russo, another Russo bit. It's like, you know what, Alundra Blaze, she did it. She did it for the let's do it. Let's do it at the end. Let's do it for the belt.
Well, they didn't have another woman find the belt in the trash
in a different city. It's so
in a different city, or you're I'm automatically champion now. I am the trash yard champion. No, I don't.
I'm the trash champion. Trash. Oh my god, I'll make that. That's another belt I can make. Trash champion.
Trash can champion.
But I will say, fellas, my pick for this match, though, I'm saying Grayson Waller And I have so part of me thinks that Grayson Waller is going to win this.
That'll be my runner-up.
And I think he might have some type of influence on how the main event match goes. Because remember, he just got done with a program with Cruz.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how he plays a part in that.
I can see that. I'm still going with JD McDonough. I think that, he's worked his butt off in these matches, and especially like the program he had with Dragunov and Breaker. So
yeah,
I think he deserves it. So I'm going with JD.
That would make sense. I think they don't want to until a week.
Yeah.
Right here. I'm gonna go with Grayson Waller. The guy's been getting a little bit more over and over on me. Kind of really like one of the best things they kind of got going right now in NXT, besides obviously Braun Breaker
and Carmelo Hayes.
Pretty deadly, but and Carmelo Hayes as well. See, I'm sitting here looking at the card right now, man, and I don't know if Hayes or Waller is going to win it. Honestly, it's up there with them two for me, really.
Yeah,
I don't think Joe Gacy. I don't think he can really do it just yet.
No,
McDonough, I feel like he had his shot, and this Axiom guy, I don't know, man. But I think I'm gonna stick with Grayson Waller.
I would have said Hayes had it not been for the Apollo Crews and Waller. The Halloween Havoc, feud.
Yeah,
but that's the only reason I'm leaning towards Waller versus Hayes. But that's just me.
Yeah,
yep. I feel like he's been in the mix a little bit more too.
I hear you. Hey, we're all around that right there, and I'm fine. I like that. Right. I like with all the different.
Did Doc and Travis did they give their picks yet?
Yeah, I'm going with JD McDonough.
Okay, JD.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mr. Reach Around?
Axiom.
Hey, let's go. Let's say with the dark horse pick, not because his mask is all black.
Nice.
Not if it was a brawl in the ring.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, so obviously we'll move on to the main event, which is Braun Breaker versus Apollo Crews. So
Breaker.
Yep.
Breaker.
I'm definitely going to go with Breaker as well, but I'm really happy to see Apollo Crews get put into the world title.
Oh yeah, the guy's got talent.
Situation. Yep. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that was brought up, he was in the Indies, did some great work. They brought him into the main roster, extremely athletic. Guy can do standing moonsault like a nothing, but they just didn't know what to do with him. They didn't know how to push him. And it was odd. It was such a weird.
The gimmick he had with his General Aziz was it? I didn't like that at all. Man. I said, what the hell are they doing with this guy, man?
And he had that accent, and then randomly he comes to NXT. He doesn't have an accent anymore. So
didn't he used to be Jamaican?
I
just watched that clip today with
Triple H.
But see, that works because it's the nature of it. It's so funny, 3-month rule, baby. Come on, let's go. So, yep. Oh yeah.
I mean, between Apollo Crews sliding under the ring at the Royal Rumble that one time. And,
oh no, that was Titus O'Neil.
That was Titus O'Neil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go.
I like Titus worldwide.
What's funny is we were talking about the video game earlier, the 2K22, and I said, you know what? There's some Easter eggs and stuff in that game are fun. That should have been one. That when the Royal Rumble happens, there is like a 1 in 1,000 chance that whoever runs in would trip and slide under the ring. You really wouldn't see it, but you would still see someone fall.
Or it was Titus that would trip and fall.
Yeah, his character would always do it. And it would it would have been a funny thing if I was the developer of the game. I'd be like, we're adding this in. Let's go. They're not going to find it. Okay.
Let's go.
Or 1 in 500 chance that your character does it.
Yep. Gosh, that'd be cool. Now that stuff. Now I'll tell you right now. Apparently, I don't know if you guys have read the reports about the AEW video game, but apparently they're going to try to make it more like where they add on to it all the time as opposed to
like Destiny.
Yep.
Or the way I looked at it,
97 for Destiny.
Yeah. Or or if you're the fight games, how to deal with Killer Instinct and Street Fighter 5.
Oh, Killer Instinct's the greatest fight game of all.
But with Killer Instinct, it came out for free. and then they made it so you could buy characters or just buy the packs. And
Yeah.
the game actually did financially well because you know through the selling the characters, the packs, the consoles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it actually did well for them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
to
love
the
Killer
point-
Instinct too. So
To the point, yeah, to the point where Killer Instinct was actually like, it was actually like among it featured a lot of top video game tournaments around the U.S. as
Yeah.
like a premier title, and then even Street Fighter V, the shoot DLC and skins and packs literally kept the game afloat because of how they botched the how they
release?
botched. You say what?
They botched the release for it.
Oh yeah, they botched it big time. So the little small sales and stuff like that, the transactions, literally kept that game afloat.
And then also Mortal Kombat's just as bad. But what they do is they use nostalgia. They put characters like fucking RoboCop.
Yeah, they do.
Although I mean, don't get me wrong, I've always wanted to see RoboCop versus the Terminator fight, like in the Alien versus Predator. They did that.
Death. To the death.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think with the AEW game though, like it's got like as long as they stay on, as long as the developers they stay on top of things, give us good DLC to buy, stay on top of like gameplay balances. I mean, this game could go pretty far as like microtransaction stuff.
Oh, I agree 100% on that. The thing is, what they would do, we would make them tons of money, and I'm talking out to him, that guy Khan. I'd be like, why don't you get like classic wrestlers that you can buy for this? Like, people that didn't show up, like Bobby Eaton, Sweet Stan Lane, like old school guys to put in there.
Yeah.
I guess old school people that Vince doesn't have rights to.
Exactly. Right. The original
that would be a smart move to do right there. It really would be because there would be a market for it, It really would be. If you did you did the downloadable stuff for it, and then you would put some old people and some newer, more recognizable newer people. But
Tully Blanchard is part of AEW. Put him in there.
But his old version of it, yeah. It makes no sense to me. But we don't know yet. We don't know what their plan is for it, and hopefully the rumor that it will be going on Game Pass. I know it's been bounced around whether it's going to happen or not. I hope it is because I would love that. So,
me too, baby.
But
I just spent $60 for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm just gonna get the game. I don't want to deal with Game Pass.
What I'm really curious about is how the Switch port is going to perform. That's what I'm really curious about.
Right.
Yeah. For sure.
If I could take a wrestling game with me on the go that isn't WWE 2K18, if they actually make a decent wrestling game on the go, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
The only thing left is EA Sports. You've listened to me. The only thing left is Madden on the Switch. You cowards.
You cowards.
Hey, big jerk offs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's.
But like I said, we'll. I just at this point, I just want to know when this game is coming out. That's all I want to know.
I'm actually looking at some things up about it right now. I'll pop in and let you know.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as back to NXT, like I wanted to say Cruz earlier, but I think Brian is gonna win. But I think Waller is gonna have something to do with the finish.
You think so?
Oh yeah. He might try to cause interference or something. Because you're right, he just finished his program with Apollo Crews, so it's very possible you can see something like that. But I mean,
out of title.
What's up?
Like he screws Cruz out of the title?
Yeah. I think. I mean, I'm with Sauce on that. I think that something like that could happen, but I'm also not gonna. I don't know. I could see it happen. I just don't like if it happens because Braun Breaker doesn't need that to win. Not really, But right now, I feel like him being champion is good. You have a good, strong champion, but it's like, who are you going to have beat him? And I have a feeling at the end of the match, whatever happens at the end of the match, Braun Breaker is still champion, and somebody else comes out to challenge him, not for a match, but one of those like whether it's Donovan Dijak with his new gimmick now, his kind of his old gimmick he had, but or just someone new, or someone is like, I'm now challenging now, or I'm the big dog here, or something. I don't know. Yeah,
possibility, mostly a possibility. I think, but I think Apollo Crews is going to take this one, just because. I do, just because I think Braun Breaker possibly going to be getting called up soon. And usually you get
That's
like a lot.
it.
You get a lot of call ups at like the Rumble, which is coming up here next month. So
That's
it's
good.
kind of
point, too.
getting to that little bit of time. It is still early in December, but I just think Apollo's didn't go down there just to put over Braun Breaker. You know,
Yeah.
I don't understand why they would just do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, that's.
I mean, yeah, because Rumble's coming up in about a month and 2 weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the end of January. So.
Yeah, a month and 3 weeks. My bad.
Oh yeah,
Might
it's
as
gonna
well.
be a good show. Good show at my place. Travis, Avery, you're gonna be there for sure. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
We're getting a keg.
We're getting the
It's gonna be
keg.
it's gonna be like 30 people in that living room.
You know what? We're gonna make it work too. So
I would have been there Saturday, but I missed my flight out of Seattle because Spirit Airline can suck the hairiest part of my ass. Like totally fucked us over. Like, bad.
So we know who's not going to be Travis's heat of the week.
It's the heat of the week. Spirit Airlines.
So the way, I'll let Doc explain it. How we do it here.
So basically, we have every week we do our show here. We kind of do a thing called Heat of the Week, and it's basically a wrestler, a group, or like someone in the wrestling business did something that you really thought was good, or just went beyond expectations. It was a good thing, and it can be again. Anybody within that week.
It's bad expectations, and I'm talking about an airline.
Yeah. Oh, I know you're talking. I know you were talking about Spirit. Yeah. So so that's bad. So we would not say that for Heat of the Week in this case. So this is a good heat.
Heat. If you don't mind, I'd like to go first.
Oh, absolutely, Sauce.
So he should have been my Heat of the Week a few weeks ago, but because of what's the name winning her New Japan Women's Championship, he got kind of overshadowed. My Heat of the Week is going to be kind of redemption Heat of the Week because he should have been it a while ago. Is Tyrus, NWA champion.
Tyrus.
Something that took mine. You took mine.
That's okay. But listen.
I agree.
But like I'll put it this way: it's kind of a redemption Heat of the Week for me because I forgot to mention him a few weeks ago. He got overshadowed by I can't remember her name right now. Who won the
Kari Sane?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, who won the women's New Japan title? So he got kind of overshadowed. But with that being said, I'll throw it over to Mr. Travis. He can go ahead and finish off whatever I did say about Tyrus.
Tyrus, you talking about winning the big title, the 16 pounds of gold?
Yeah. So what's your thoughts?
My thoughts. Okay, now mind you, when he originally went to the WWE, he was supposed to be like the pain maker, or whatever the hell it was. I know that's Jericho's gimmick, but he was supposed to be there just to hurt people. And then he said something funny, and he became Funkasaurus.
Yep.
Right.
So I think there was a missed chance for him to be really out there and be an intimidating heel. So then finally he goes to NWA, and NWA's got some bright spots on there. They got Cardona, they got Murdoch and stuff.
Right.
But he goes down there and he like makes their titles visible again. Like he was taking his belt all around. I know he shows up on like Fox shows and stuff like that with the titles. And he like held their television title for the longest time. And then he had to vacate the television title because he won the world heavyweight title. And I love the NWA title. I've always loved it since I could watch wrestling.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So him winning it, I think he put it. I helped it add more credibility back to it, and he's coming back as a monster guy again. So I'm happy about that.
Absolutely.
Well said. Well said.
But so Travis, for again, because we were talking about the Heat of the Week, who would you pick for your Heat of the Week?
Yeah, he did. He already did.
You said with Tyrus. I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Tyrus.
When you said, yep. So that's good. I like it.
I tell you, another thing I liked is when Sheamus put what's his face to the table with the Celtic Cross.
Oh my gosh,
the Intercontinental Champion.
Yep. Yeah, Gunther. Yeah,
Gunther. Mm-hmm. Gunther's great, man. I think he's a great deal.
Oh, I've liked Walter Gunther since he was doing his stuff in the UK, NXT UK, man. So, gosh, can't wait to see some more from him. That's all I gotta say.
So, Mr. Avery, so go ahead. You want to go ahead with yours?
Yeah, I was thinking actually pretty hard on who I want to give it to, but it's kind of been someone that's like been just seeing her on SmackDown, just kind of just eerie and cringy to me now. And it's Ronda Rousey, man. I'm just so over everything about this lady, man. And just seeing her on TV, man, it's just like I said, man, it's just awkward to me now.
Yeah.
I used to like kind of just deal with it, like, okay, it's Ronda Rousey, I guess it's cool. But now, man, I can't get over on this lady at all anymore.
Okay, well, so that's good. That's good to know. But with Heat of the Week, it's actually a good thing. So we want something that you like within this week, something that someone did good.
I was trying to give someone too many
brewskis.
I was trying to give heat, baby.
Hey, what's in that? What's in that cup, buddy? What's in that pineapple cup?
Pineapple juice.
Oh, okay. Wink.
Ice water.
Wink, wink.
Ice water. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna go, my man. Donnie Ryu, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, there we go.
Because Jay finally acknowledged him, basically. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying, man, he finally freaking acknowledged the guy.
That's great.
Yeah,
you know what? That's a good choice. That's a good choice, my friend. So,
real quick off the top.
Yep. I like that. That's a good choice.
What about you, Dr. Love? Who you got?
Yeah, who you got?
Yeah. You know, I've been kind of going back and forth a little bit with all the people going on here, but you know, I'm gonna have to say with MJF, baby. You know, I'm gonna have to be with him, my boy. And I'll tell you right now, I at least partially confirmed that doing the predicted that he was going to get a new belt with some kind of flash of his Burberry stuff, and he did. He's got like a brown strapped belt, you know, kind of with the logo, like the design of it on there or whatever. But what made me laugh though was like a lot of these people that don't know old school wrestling, when they said, "Oh, it's a brown strap on a belt, it looks like crap." I'm like, why would it be brown? I'm like sitting here like they used to be brown. Like that was like a brown belt looked good on the old WCW title, the NWA title. Like what the
absolutely.
Like, you know, it's classic. That's what it looks like. You know,
the original WWF title, it was just the outline of like the USA or they were.
So
it looked like a big belt buckle. Yeah, it looked like a normal with a belt buckle on it.
Yeah. So, but I'd have to go with him. I think just his promos are going to be great, and I think it's just moving forward. We're going to see some good promos and matches with him, and just hopefully just keeps going, and they don't. I don't know. I hope he still does his matches, and he still has this a great presence, and the fans are still going to eat it up. You know, that's all that matters. So, but that's who I would have for Heat of the Week. That's for sure on that. But yeah, we got some good wrestling coming up on Saturday. I'm glad more stuff got added tonight. So with our live correspondents here with Avery and Sauce, I watching on it. And tomorrow for Dynamite, we're gonna get FTR versus the Acclaimed, baby. So that's. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot, guys. Here we go. Wait.
Oh, we're so mature.
We're
so mature.
Hey, it's all good, baby. But so we do have a good week for wrestling, and just moving forward till the end of the year. We're already at the end of the year. It's crazy to think.
Crazy, ain't it?
It really is.
Right here.
It really is. But yeah, unless you guys had something else you wanted to talk about, one
last thing.
Absolutely, Sauce. What's up?
Two-time Big Ten champions. Michigan, go blue. That's
go
right.
Blue.
This is our wrestling show. We can do what we want. But yeah, just wanted the world to acknowledge us as a two-time as a 2-time Big Ten champions, go blue and all that.
Yeah.
So,
They're gonna beat the
Bring
piss out
on
of
TCU. Bring them
yeah.
on. And then bring on Georgia or Ohio State. I don't give a damn right now. These
Yep.
boys are hot.
Let's
These boys are on fire.
go. Let's
I don't care. It's gonna be a good
go.
game either way. I'll tell you that. But we're
Oh,
going
yeah.
we're going to the Natty, boys. I'll tell
New
you
Year's
that,
Eve,
right
baby. Let's
now.
go.
We're in the Natty. TCU
Uh,
can't beat a top 10 team.
No.
Nah.
But with all that being said, guys, you know, we're going to wrap it up for this week. And definitely, like I said, next week we'll give you all the good play-by-play and fun results as we usually do for the show. And but yeah, as always, I'm Dr. Love. We got Sauce Bronson and our special guest, Travis Avery, and hopefully they'll come back on another day and we'll have another good time talking about wrestling with some
Absolutely,
good boys from Michigan. So,
anytime.
yep.
Listen.
So,
Listen, y'all, let's say everybody out there, internet land, y'all have a good night and be safe and be good.
yep.
Bye, guys.